Here's how you eliminate politics from the picture, right? So, no more party systems, that's outlawed, right? No election. You don't vote for a person. They get hired like a regular job. Who's the best qualified gets hired. No DEI nonsense. Whoever's the best is hired, and you work 5 years, and then you are done. You're done not just in that entity, but you can never work for the government again under any circumstance. And that's that. And then they hire someone else every 5 years. And you have no power to make law of any kind, to get rid of a law, to go to war, raise taxes, nothing. You can petition for those things like anybody else, but you cannot make those laws. Then, every person in the country, anybody that has an idea for a law or wants to get rid of a law, you simply petition it to be on the ballot. And once a year, whatever laws are on the ballot, those get voted on. Another side note is they should be, if you can bank safely online, you should be able to vote safely online too, So we got to figure out a little bit better voting system. But, where was I? Yes, and so no politicians because they're just employees, right? Everybody votes on it. I mean, you don't have to vote to make a law or get rid of a law or make a slight change, an addendum to it or whatever. And then right. So what that does is it eliminates. Lobbyists are illegal. Nobody can lobby anyone in the government anymore. And so what it does is it gets money, corporations, corruption completely out. Because you're not going to bribe anybody because they can't do anything for you, right? So all the money's out. There's no politicians, and nobody's sitting there making a lifelong living at this. And they don't just get to make whatever law they want, and then we have to deal with it. All that stuff is gone from this. They just do their job. That's all they're supposed to be doing anyway. They're supposed to be administrators, basically. They run the day-to-day operations of the country. That's all they're really supposed to do. Instead, they make a billion laws, and most of them are so convoluted and the lawyer doublespeak, we can't understand what the hell they are. And they all have some little sneak stuff written in them that we don't even know about. So, damn it, I had something else in mind there. Yeah, and so even going to war, we the people need to vote on it. Do we go to war? Do we drop bombs on somebody? Now, obviously, if we're attacked, then the military has every right to fire back, protect themselves, protect the country. But as far as full-on war, no, everybody should decide that. That's actual democracy, by the way. Dang it, brain, come on. There was something else I had in mind to throw in there, to add in, because most people are going to, well, you can't do that. Of course you can. Why not? Why can't you do that? So I don't know if I said it already, but they get hired like a regular job, and it's for 5 years, and you're done. After 5 years, a new person is hired, like a regular job, and you're done. And you can never longer work in politics again, ever again. You have that one time 5 years. It's a good thing to put on your resume, and then move on with your life. So nobody can make a living in politics. Nobody's going to be bribed. There's no corruption. It eliminates all of that, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, to me, and I think that would be easy to do. And again, in my opinion, I think it'd be actually easy to do. It's not hard to implement, you know. And then, so you have no choice but to work with a balanced budget. Whatever monies you take in, that's all you have to work with. Period. That's it. So you have to take care of all the main things that are important. And if you have something left over for, you know, and for example, for, you know, FEMA or this and that emergency, you know, you have so much money set aside for it, but then you add a little bit extra because for the you know, things that may happen, you know what I mean? So you always have a little extra than what you need. And only if you have a little, if there's some extra and you have something that you think is important to do, but it's not what's really necessary, then you put it out there to we the people that hey, we have an extra, you know, $150 billion, and here's a proposal of what we do with it. Um, let's hear some ideas. You tell me, you know, so people can get involved in it and see what do we do with that money. Do we do nothing and just and put it away? Let it invest it, let it accrue interest, and then if we really need it for emergencies, do it. You know, people can chime in. So that way, people have direct, um, you know, direct connection there, direct democracy. You know, that's the true democracy because that's how basically the first, in my opinion, the one and only democracy in Athens, Greece, in 507 BC. That's how it worked. They hired 500 people, and it was just hired like a job. There, it was really short term. It was just 1 year, but you did your job for the year, whether it's, you know, infrastructure or, you know, taxes or, you know, port of entry or road works, whatever you did. You had your job to do. You did it for a year, and then you were gone. And all the nobody could make law. You had to put that to the people. I don't see why we can't do that. You know, you just have to be careful because again, it eliminates. Excuse me. It eliminates the corruption, the money, and the politics, which is one of the biggest problems. And then it eliminates this wasteful spending because you can't spend it anyway, even if you wanted to. It's unfortunate that you have to do it like that. You have to put it out there, um, you know, like that with the government, where they have no choice. You have to do this, or else, because if you don't, then they just take full advantage and they start thinking they run you instead of you're supposed to run them. So anyway, that is my opinion. That I think things would run vastly better. Thanks.